Exactly 7 days to go until we bring the curtain down on the 2020 AIA Singapore Premier League, and still plenty to play for in the league. Welcome to Hougang Stadium as Hougang United take on Tanjong Pagar United. And for the Cheetahs, despite the poor run of form, 3 defeats in their last 3 matches, they are still within a shout for AFC Cup football. And today it is a focus on AFC Cup qualification, with the other match at OTH between Geylang International and Balestier Khalsa, I beg your pardon, at Bishan Stadium between Balestier Khalsa and Geylang International also taking place. So how will that pan out at the end of the day? The focus on 4th, 5th and 6th position. Tanjong Pagar United looking for their first win of the season and perhaps able to provide a shock here. But Hougang United with victory can put the pressure on. And we'll have to have a look at what happens at Bishan between Balestier Khalsa and Geylang International. 3 matches to go in 7 days, so very, very, very tight. And plenty to play for in terms of the title, in terms of AFC Champions League qualification, and of course with AFC Cup football also a possibility. And big names to look out for, and our 2 players that we will look out at today are the 2 number 10s. First of all, for Hougang United, Shawal Anwar, who has been getting the goals for the Cheetahs, 3 goals and 1 assist. And with the likes of Sahil and Norfal out, Farhan Zulkifli suspended today, and no Zach Anderson and Charlie Mitchell, responsibility for performing on the pitch will be with Shawal Anwar. As we can see, last 5 matches, 4 defeats in the last 5, just 1 win in the last 7 for Hougang United. So for Singapore International, Shawal Anwar, the burden of getting the goals will be on his shoulders. For Tanjong Pagar United, they have a hitman in form in Luis Junior, the Brazilian, with 5 goals, 3 in his last 3 matches and 1 assist. He is the danger man, a man in form towards the right end of the season. And if they are to get their first win of the season, you do think that Luis Junior will be heavily involved with that. All right, so both coaches, they've had to rotate, they've had to change things up with the heavy fixture schedule. So let's hear from both camps. First from Clementio of Hougang United, and then Noor Alam Shah, the team manager of Tanjong Pagar United.
Do you feel today could be the day you finally get the first win of season against out-of-form Hougang?
Oh, every game I feel it is the time for us to win. Inshallah, today will be the game, because all the players is feeling good, and then no disrespect to Hougang, but we already come up with a plan. Having said that, also Hougang is a good team, regardless of what is going on inside them. All the local players are of a quality standard, so we must be wary of them also. Yeah.
It's been a tough schedule for all the teams since the COVID restart. How do you feel you and your team are coping?
We are not coping really well, we have to say. A few players have been injured. Dell has been out with a hamstring. I think that's where he's finished with his season. I think, but this is something that we cannot control. We just have to plan and prepare properly as coaches, so to avoid further injuries.
What's the atmosphere in the team ahead of the game?
Well, it's good. Yeah, I mean, it's something which, even though, yes, we lost, but life goes on. Yeah, when you spill milk, then hey, clean out and let's move on. Yeah, these are the things that you need to ensure that they are mentally prepared for the next game and not dwell over what has happened. I mean, you can't change history.
How much have you needed to rotate the team to keep the legs fresh for today?
Honestly, yes, it's important to rotate the players, and the good thing is I have depth in my squad. But physically, I think the players who have been playing are physically and mentally fit.
What do you hope to achieve from the last 3 matches of the season?
Of course, I mean, being a coach, I cannot be saying that, I would want to win 1 game, draw 2 games. No, it's all about winning. You know, in our profession, in this competitive environment, it's all about winning.
It's all about winning for Clementio, and they do need to get the victory today. It's so tight between 4th, 5th and 6th. And just to give you an idea of the table once again, Geylang International coming into this weekend on 11 matches, with 16 points. Balestier Khalsa, 11 matches played, 13 points. Those two meet today at Bishan Stadium, and Hougang United played 11, 12 points. So anything can happen in 3 matches and 3 victories in a row for Hougang United, and they do have matches coming up against Balestier Khalsa after today and Albrechts Niigata, and that match against Balestier Khalsa, if they do get victory today, could make things very, very interesting for 4th spot. And why 4th spot is so important is that with the qualification process for AFC football next season comes in the top team, in the top local team in Singapore football will qualify for the AFC Champions League, and the 2nd and 3rd best local team in the league, which at the moment is 3rd and 4th, Lion City Sailors and Geylang International, will qualify for the group stages of the AFC Cup. Well, Lion City Sailors in a little bit of a limbo, neither here nor there, with chasing for the title, a little bit too late by them, but very comfortable in 3rd position for that AFC Cup spot. So it does look to be 4th position that is going to be very, very tight between Geylang International, Balestier Khalsa and Hougang United. Tanjong Pagar, let's not forget about them. They come into this with their best run of form so far. 2 draws in a row coming into this match, have yet to win this season, and that is the mark that Hasrin Jailani and Noor Alam Shah will look to rectify by the end of the season. And against an out-of-form Hougang United today, as we see the officials making their way on the pitch, they might fancy their chances, especially with Luis Junior out front banging in the goals. So just having a look there at referee Farhad Mohamad. He will be the man in the middle, assisted by Andy Tan and Hilmi Fuad. And Fabian Kwok will lead the line out for Hougang United as they make their way on the pitch in their blue strip. It is a staggered approach, as we will see for the remainder of the fixtures in the 2020 AIA Singapore Premier League. And yeah, fresh legs and forced ones, with Justin Hui coming on, with Farhan Zulkifli suspended and M. Anumanthan fit again to start for the Cheetahs, and he will be an important player as we just see him in shot there in central midfield. Singapore international, plenty of possibilities for his future, and there's been talk that perhaps a move to Malaysia might be in the offing, but his focus is definitely with Hougang United for the next 7 days at least. And here come the Cheetahs, who are on the pitch, and here come the Jaguars of Tanjong Pagar United. Farid Hamid leading the line, captain for the Jaguars, has been missing through injury in recent past, but he will be leading his team out, and they look determined. They look good in the warm-up, and you do feel that they have been put the message to them by the head coach, Hasrin Jailani. And then we have Luis Junior, the main man, number 10, a Brazilian with the flair, that today could be the day that they get the first win of the season. That'll be a nice possibility for the club, who might feel that with a win here, they could even push towards double digits at the end of the season. So we'll do the fist bumps, as is the new normal in the AIA Singapore Premier League. And have good players. Hougang United, they just need to turn it on the pitch and have to just come out of this rut that is going on at the moment in the club. Tanjong Pagar United will battle their way, and we've seen them not being beaten by too many goals, even in defeat, so they will always put on a battle, and we expect a competitive fixture, that is for sure. 5:30 p.m. local time kickoff here in Singapore. Once again, the match officials, Farhad Mohamad, the referee in the middle, assisted by Andy Tan and Hilmi Fuad, Shakawi Buhari, the 4th official. So let's have a look at the lineups for today, starting with Hougang United. And yeah, they're missing multiple players through various reasons. No Zach Anderson and Charlie Mitchell out of contract. No Farhan Zulkifli suspended, and no Sahil and Norfal who are injured. So they have rung the changes. The back 4 remains the same in Hafiz, Lionel, Anders and Nazrul Nazari. M. Anumanthan comes in today for Clementio. Nikesh keeps his place, and Justin in for the suspended Farhan Zulkifli. Still no place on the pitch for Maksad Jaki Balia. For Tanjong Pagar United, the main man is Luis Junior. 5 goals, 1 assist, scored 3 games in a row. But also look out for Shodai Nishikawa, who scored a beauty in the draw against Balestier Khalsa the last time out. He has 2 goals and 3 assists, and they will work down the wings with Takahiro Tanaka with 4 assists as well. So they look dangerous down the wings, and they will hope to punish the Cheetahs through that avenue. Zulkifli Hashim and Surya Prakash also options off the bench if needed for Hasrin Jailani. So the sun just coming out here at Hougang Stadium, and there has been a change in the sides being chosen by either side at the coin toss, and whether the sun is in the goalkeeper's eyes, we will find out, as Hazrin Jailani looked very, very calm ahead of this crunch fixture. Tanjong Pagar United have Albrechts Niigata up next on Wednesday, and they close out the season against the Young Lions in what could be a pivotal match to decide who finishes bottom of the table. Hougang United have other worries, and that is AFC Cup qualification, and you do feel if they do fail to get the victory today against Tanjong Pagar United, that is their AFC Cup dreams over, especially after having qualified for that competition this season. Very friendly at the moment between both sides. As we go into kickoff, the players are ready, but not the head coaches. Hougang United in their blue strip, attacking from left to right. Tanjong Pagar in their red and white stripes. Here's Afiq Noor. And the Hougang United pitch at Hougang Stadium has seen better days. Plenty of football being played there. All of Hougang United's next home matches will be played on this pitch, especially having played a lot of their earlier matches away from home. So it has taken a beating here, the Hougang Stadium pitch. Afiq is playing down the right initially. Justin Hui comes short. Fabian tries to play in Shawal. An opportunity to stretch his legs here. Shawal Anwar. And taking on Raihan. Can go left. Waiting for options. Nikesh. Anu will switch play out wide here to Hafiz Sujad. And they keep possession. Anu. Good ping out to Nazrul Nazari, who will control it well up against Tanaka. Look how deep Tanjong Pagar United are at the moment. Cheeky little turn there by Shawal Anwar, but good start by the Cheetahs. And you can just see the control that M. Anumantan will provide in midfield for Hougang United. Will just dictate play from a deeper position. And Fabian Kwok will be the midfielder harassing players on the ball. Nikesh also looks to be able to drop into that position. Nikesh at the moment playing down from the left. Afiq down from the right. Both players capable of playing through the middle. So essentially 4 central midfielders playing across the midfield for Hougang United. Kenji replay this out. Nishikawa looks for the flick on, doesn't find the red shirt. Here's Anders Aplin. And Hougang United have gone to a back four. They've played the majority of the season with a back three, with Zach Anderson in that defense. And you don't really have another central defender to make up a back three, so they've gone with a flat back four. A decent back four, you have to say. But look how high up that Hafiz Sujad and Nazrul Nazari, the wing backs of Hougang United, are in the build-up, almost as wingers at the moment. So we've changed it around a little bit here, Clement, as that long ball goes into the arms of Kenji. Favoured at the moment over Fasha Iskandar in goal. Both goalkeepers have had their fair share of chances this season. And Nazrul just too tight there on Nishikawa. Tanaka takes it quick. The ball was rolling, or at least bouncing, as he took the quick free kick and tried to release Nishikawa forward. A strange weather and pitch to play on. It was raining in some parts of Singapore earlier today, but the sun has come out and has made it really, really humid. And with plenty of games that these players have played in recently, you do fear that the pace of the game will suffer, especially from the 60, 70-minute mark onwards. Shabil gets his clearance away. Doesn't find Louis Jr., who hasn't really got into the action just as yet. Nazrul. Passing needs to be spot on this pitch. You can just see there from that simple pass, it's bobbling. Not really a smooth flow of the football. Fabian Kwok with some space. Lionel just keep possession. They will just rotate the football from right to left. Anumantan looking for options, calling for support. On the cash, won't force it, and just keeping the ball among the back four at the moment. Nazrul. There's Lionel Tan. Shawa comes deep, collects, and plays it back to Tan. Well, Shawal's come really, really deep to get involved. Just trying to increase the pace of the tempo at the minute. Here's Anu. To Tan. And Tanjong Pagar United with a good shape defensively at the moment. Almost with a back five, with Raihan dropping in between Shabil and Yan Mota. Here's Nikesh. To Justin Hui. Hui to Kwok. Anumantan. The switch of play. Nazrul with the knockdown to Afiq. A good spell of possession so far by the Cheetahs. And Tan will go all the way back to Ridwan. A much different game for Hougang United compared to the one against the Tampines Rovers. I think they will be expected to take the game towards Tanjong Pagar United in this one. Well, as for Tampines, they, with their title hopes, were the dominant side. And eventually deserved 2-0 winners. So long ball looking for Hui. Just run out of play. Was just having a look at the assistant referee who didn't flag for the run. And Justin Hui given an opportunity today. In a very advanced position alongside Shawal Anwar. He's had to make the change. Clement, of course, with Fahan Zulkifli in great form this season, but suspended, serving a one-match suspension. Mota was a doubt for this match, but thankfully for Hasrin, fit. It's a good ball, and Nishikawa will get a hit here of Nazrul. Still with Nishikawa, and I think final touch off the Hougang United defender, and Tanjong Pagar United will take the corner kick. He has plenty of pace. It will be difficult to outrun Nazrul Nazari, but good combination play down the left for the Jaguars. And Tanaka, with 4 assists this season, will take the corner. Up comes Yan Mota and Shabil. Luis Jr., of course, is in the area, and they're just crowding around Ridwan Barudin at the moment. Just making it difficult for the Hougang goalkeeper. Tanaka will deliver near post, headed away by Applin. Will be picked up here by Amirul. Raihan will spread the play to the left. Awkward one for Fabian Kwok, who knocks it on to Nazrul. There's a good clearance by Nazrul to Shawal, who brings Afiq Noor into play. Here's Applin, being closed down here by Luis Jr. Applin. Oh, that pass cut out by Farihin. Oh, that's not good to Hafiz Sujat. And here's a big chance for Shawal Anwar. One-on-one Shawal. Good save by Kenji Rushdi. Well, architects of their own downfall. And Tanjong Pagar United, loose pass by Farihin. And Hafiz had the vision to set up Shawal Anwar. Good first touch to just set it up on his left foot. Just couldn't find the back of the net. Good save in the end by Kenji. Yeah, perhaps didn't need an extra touch right at the end there. Shawal could have taken an earlier strike. First real chance of the match for Hougang United. Tanjong Pagar United will be happy they didn't pay for that mistake. Shawal really is carrying the burden for the team to get the goals. Shafiq Ghani also an option on the bench for Hougang United. Daniel Martins also an option, the former Albrax Niigata player. Shabil with a strong challenge against Kwok, who comes out on top on that one. Hui, Kwok. It's tight down the left. Nikesh opens it up here to Anu. Afiq. Well, doesn't really have an option when in possession, Afiq Noor, and that's down to the good positions taken up by Tanjong Pagar United in a defensive formation. And this tries to go long, looking for Shawal, who's onside at the moment. Shawal Anwar taking on Raihan. With the layoff, the strike comes in. So close, yet so far, and Hougang United knocking on the door. Fabian Kwok, who scored some absolute screamers in his career, just can't find the back of the net, but good setup play, and once again, Shaul Anwar involved. And second viewing, Fabian Kwok should really be hitting the target. There wasn't really any pressure on him as he came onto that pass. And plenty of numbers at the back for Tanjong Pagar United, but just not picking up the player. So two good chances in quick succession for Hougang. In opening 10 minutes belonging to the Cheetahs. Tan with a good header over Luis. Amirul. Suhairi. Raihan doesn't find Kenji. Here's Shawal, who doesn't find the back of the net. Well, you would have bet your bottom dollar on Shaul Anwar finishing that one-on-one against Kenji Rushdie. Again, a sloppy pass at the back. Raihan will have to take blame for that. And Shawal, well, a man of his quality, of his caliber, should be finishing that. A let-off once again for Tanjong Pagar United. 3 chances in a row, 3 decent chances in a row, not taken by Hougang United. Well, perhaps it is the pitch that is playing a part, but the same for both teams, and Hougang United just not capitalizing. The ball just out of play there. It'll go out for Hougang United throw. I just can't believe that Shaul Anwar just didn't take his chance. And perhaps had too much time to think about it, and for a striker, they like to play on instinct, and when far post, perhaps could have just rolled it to the near post of Kenji. Well, hindsight is 2020 if you are Shaul Anwar. Nikesh. Hougang don't look like a team that has lost 3 matches in a row. Kwok won't force it. Aplin. Good switch out, fired out to Hafiz, who can't control it. And they'll be happy to just take the time with the restart here. Tanjong Pagar, just take the time and reset themselves and slow down the tempo of the game. Farid with plenty of experience. Singapore international. Was first choice for Singapore down the right, at right back for the Lions for a very long time. With the emergence of Zulkarnain, Susliman, Nazrul Nazari, it's been very competitive down at right back for the Lions in recent years. Here's Lionel Tan. And Tanjong Pagar United bringing almost everyone back when the Cheetahs get possession. That means plenty of time on the ball for the likes of Hui, Tan, for M. Anumantan as well. For Nikesh Singh here, who's in possession, fires it to Shawal. Here's Kwok. And they look sharp in attack. And here's Fabian Kwok. Afiq Noor. Anu switches it. Now some space here for Nazrul to get a cross in. It's a deep one over Kenji, who just tips it out for a corner to Hougang United. Wasn't really sure of his angles there, Kenji. Didn't want to take the risk. Just touched it out. We'll keep you up to date with the action from Bishan. At the moment, it is still 0-0 between Balestier Khalsa and Geylang International. Balestier, Geylang, and Hougang United all looking for that final AFC Cup qualification spot in 4th place. Afiq will take this corner on the far side, right-footed in-swinger. Tan and Applin in the area. Looking for Tan. Try and get a cross in. Pushed out wide here, Lionel Tan. Under pressure by Shabil. Here's Applin, his centre-back partner, to Anu. Deep ball. Shawa gets a header away. Mota, no-nonsense clearance. That'll be Hafiz Sujad and Luis Jr. Hafiz all over Luis. And will be a free kick for Tanjong Pagar United. And Fahad Muhammad having a word with Yan Mota for the colour of his tights, not matching the colour of his shorts. So Mota will have to trot off here. All the way back to the dressing room, perhaps. So at the moment, Tanjong Pagar United down to 10. And Raihan will just sit in at centre-back. As you can see, 3 shots for Hougang United to Tanjong Pagar United's 0. So Tanjong Pagar will just take the time and wait for the return of Yan Mota, who's still in the dressing room, nowhere near the bench. They try and play it out, and here it is. Fabian Kwok tries to drill the ball down the line for Justin Hui. Mota, well, arriving and will be back on the pitch. Tanjong Pagar back to their full complement of 11 players. Here's Anu, who can turn, faced up by Suhairi. Afiq has Nazrul ahead of him. Just loses out in possession, drags back Suhairi. Afiq trying to prevent that quick free kick. Would have been interesting if Tanaka had taken it and did come off. Afiq would have possibly been a yellow card. Ishikawa wins the head against Nazrul. Here's Anu. I've seen plenty of the ball in these early stages. Kwok. To Anu. Applin to Kwok, who now can turn and pick a pass. Through the middle to Shawa with the layoff to Afiq Noor. Just pinched there by Nishikawa. That's good defensive work. Suhairi looks to find Luis Jr., who's been a spectator so far after 17.5 minutes. Tanaka with the clearance. And Hougang United have done well to limit the space to find Luis Jr. Nikesh. Again, look at the advanced position of Hafiz Sujad. But now they have to race back here and cover the space with Farihin. Winning the foul. That's good play by Farihin, just running down the wing. And the first yellow card of the match to Nikesh. A good play to just relieve the pressure at the moment. A good wing play by Farihin. That's clumsy more than anything there by Nikesh. Just stuck a leg out. First real foul, but gets the yellow card in any case. First one of the match. The set piece is so important for Tanjong Pagar. As this ball will be delivered into the area. It's a flat one. So Suhairi perhaps didn't get the purchase needed on that set piece delivery. Tanjong Pagar have scored only 10 goals this season in 11 matches. And all the goal scorers on the pitch today. Luis Jr. 5 goals, Nishikawa 2 goals, Suhairi 1 goal. Here's Luis. Farid with a deep cross. Awkward one, Afiq with the chest away. And Yan Mota 2 goals as well for Tanjong Pagar United. So 4 goal scorers over the season for Tanjong Pagar. None for this man yet. Tanaka, who's been a key player in terms of assisting, 4 assists for the season. We've seen some good assists by wingbacks in the SPL this season. Kazuki Hashioka as well, leading the way at right back for Albrecht Niigata. Tanaka to deliver. And Ridwan comfortable, no pressure at all on the Hougang United keeper. And we'll look for the quick release. Needed better from Ridwan. And Shaul and Justin Hui were breaking at pace, looking for the quick release. We saw a great counter-attacking goal by the Lion City Sailors in the last round. From keeper to goal in 14 seconds. And Hougang United were looking perhaps for similar. Luis Jr. looks very, very frustrated. 20 minutes gone and I've hardly mentioned his name. Anu. Nikesh. To Aplin. Kwok just sitting in between the 2 centre-backs at the moment. Here's Kwok. Aplin. Just trying to make something happen here. Fabian Kwok. Tanjong Pagar limiting the spaces. Needs movement in front of him. Shawal tries to turn Shabil, but good covering there by Suhairi. Here's Raihan. Closed down once again by Shawal. You have to be really, really careful when Shawal Anwar is around you. Nishikawa somehow manages to keep that in play and keep possession. Up against Lionel Tan. Nishikawa has Junior in the area. Still with Nishikawa. Still with Nishikawa. And Luis Jr. Far post, the ball goes in. No flag, and that's a goal. Tanjong Pagar United take the lead. After great work by Shodai Nishikawa, Farihid Farkan will claim it. Luis Jr. will take the assist, but the plaudits will go to Shodai Nishikawa. Amazing passage of play. Well, incredible, first of all, how Shodai Nishikawa was able to keep that ball in play and taking on the Hougang United defense all by himself. Finds Luis Jr., who will take the assist, second for the season. Yeah, Tan and Nazrul not covering themselves in glory on that one. Look at Luis Jr. Yeah, not offside. Good call by the assistant referee. As they look to respond here, Hougang. Afiq Noor, still with Afiq. They're asking for handball. The referee points to the spot. And almost immediately, Hougang United have the opportunity to respond from the penalty spot. Oh, what a couple of minutes we've had here at Hougang Stadium. And just as they stop celebrating, they have to deal with defending a penalty here. The referee has pointed to the spot because of the handball. So Shawal, who's had a couple of chances in his match, and hasn't been able to beat Kenji Rushdi, will it be third time lucky for Shawal Anwar? He was our man to watch. 3 goals this season. Can he make it 4? Well, incredible how this game has panned out here. Shawal to level the scores, and does. Down the middle, cool as you like, 1-1. between Hougang and Tanjong Pagar United, and we'll have a water break as well. Well, we're back on level terms. And Shawal Anwar, calm and composed with the penalty, waited for Kenji to commit. And well, needs confidence to just hit it down the middle, just like that. So to recap, nothing much to talk about in the first 23 minutes. And then all of a sudden, it's 1-1 after 25 minutes. Farkan giving Tanjong Pagar United the lead after 23 minutes. And just a minute later, Hougang United getting a penalty, which Shawal Anwar has converted. We haven't had a good look at a replay of the penalty decision. There was no hesitation on referee Farhad Mohammed's part. Pointed straight to the spot. And there is the man in the middle who made the decision. So we will restart from kickoff. Still no goals at Bishan between Balestier and Geylang. Raihan's clearance. Well, this will interest Farihin. Ridwan has come a long way. It's clattered into Farihin. The referee has given the decision to Hougang. Both players committed in the challenge. You'll have a better look at this. It was Raihan's clearance. Well, I'm not sure how you give that as a foul. If anything, Farihin was trying to get out of the way. Has come worse off in that collision between Ridwan. And sports trainer just checking for any bleeding. Does seem to be okay, Farihin, and well, on a high after scoring a goal, of course. First for the season. It'll be the easiest he will ever score. Easiest of tap-ins, but great work by Nishikawa and Luis Jr., who will claim the assist. Yeah, this was Nishikawa. And in that position, up against Nazrul and Tan, well, you shouldn't be getting past the defender. Shank strike by Luis Jr., who will tell you that was meant as a pass, I'm sure. And Farihin with the goal. Here's Nikesh. Kwok. Kwok once again. Nikesh. Trying to break the stubborn Tanjong Pagar United defense through open play. Hafiz can get a cross in. It's a decent one. And Tanaka will head it away. And corner for Hougang. But it's all through the setup play of Shawal Anwar. And the central midfielders looking for him to drop deep to link up play. And when he does come deep, well, the defenders don't really know whether to go or to stay. So that's an issue that Jan Mota and Shab will have to face with Shawal dropping deep. Nikesh will take the corner, left-footed. Good ball in. Aiming for Shawal Anwar. Anu with good control, plays it back to Nazrul. Just too much meat on the pass over the head of Nikesh Singh. Tanaka, who has linked up well with Nishikawa on several occasions. Well, a throw will go as far as Nazrul. Kwok to Tan. Nikesh. Try to get out of a tight situation. Nishikawa just bundling Kwok over. Now it's Afiq Noor's turn to come deep and collect. Tan. Every Tanjong Pagar United player back in their own half. And just looking for the run of Shawal. He doesn't mind making those runs left and right. Shawal Anwar has the pace and he'll fancy his chances in a foot race with any of the defenders of Tanjong Pagar United. One of the quicker players in the SPL. Fabian Kwok can turn. You do feel in this kind of matches, you need your creative midfielders to really step up. Shawal coming really, really deep. Has a goal already today. 4 for the season. Shawal looks up, doesn't really find anyone in support. Kwok fires it to Shawal. Again, he's the main man to link up. Justin Hui in a collision with Shabil, and the referee has blown for a free kick for Hougang United. And Justin looks to be in some real discomfort from that challenge. And wants the trainer to be called on. It looked to be a pass that was behind Justin Hui, but perhaps a challenge off the ball as he made a run. Well, just blocked off there by Shabil. Collision between the two players. Enough for referee Farhad Mohammed to blow for a free kick. And food for thought for Clementio. I'll just have a word here with Nazrul. Justin back on his feet. Does seem okay, perhaps winded after the challenge. So referee Farhad Mohammed did blow, but has changed his mind perhaps. It'll be a drop ball instead. Well, a strange one, wasn't it? I was pretty certain he blew for a free kick for Hougang United. It will start with a drop ball for Tanjong Pagar. Perhaps the right decision made in the end. Farid down the right, loses out. Nikesh, Shawal makes a run down the left. It will find Shawal. Alarm bells every time he gets possession of the football. Tries to take on the referee and the Tanjong Pagar United defenders. Shawal, shirt being pulled, does well to retain possession for the Cheetahs. Here's Anu to Afiq. Strong challenge by Mota. Nishikawa once again. Well, they try to break on the counter, but just swarmed there by the blue shirts. Nishikawa. Naplin and Tan have had plenty of time on the football. Anu. Nazrul one time pass to Justin Hui. Mota will look after this and clears his lines out for a throw-in to Hougang. Mota, an important figure for Tanjong Pagar United at the back, and passed fit enough for the match. And in fact, Farihin Farhan was a doubt for the match as well, so needs must at the moment for the Jaguars. Just Hui, first time ball looking for Shawal. Awkward one for Tan. Nazrul knocks it back here to Aplin. Nikesh. Possession stats on this one will be very, very interesting to see. Hui. Touch back to Nazrul. Anu. Looking for options. Hui has come out to the right. Tries to take on Nishikawa. A little body feint. Tan gets the header and finds his centre-back partner, Aplin. Still with Anders. Anu. Good ball in. Looking for Shawal. Great setup play. Good ball in by Anu Mantan. With the vision, Shawal Anwar had to readjust to get the header. Couldn't find a target, but good football all around by Hougang United. Oh, decent pass in, and Shawal left totally unmarked in the penalty area. It's quite incredible, really, that Shawal Anwar is the only leading man in terms of the attack for Hougang United, and with Shabil, Jan Mota in the area, just having to look after the one player, still leave him unmarked in the penalty area. Afi gets ahead of Tanaka. Ten minutes to go, still 1-1. 2 goals in 2 minutes in this match. Farihin giving Tanjong Pagar United lead after 23 minutes. Just a minute later, a penalty to Hougang. A shot at Nishikawa. Tries to weave his magic down the left once again. Nazrul's clearance. And caught very, very late there by Nishikawa. Level here, level at Bishan as well. 0-0 between Balestier and Geylang. Hougang United have to get the victory here, or their hopes of AFC Cup football is all but over. Aplin will leave it here to Kwok to unlock the Tanjong Pagar United defense. Nazrul, well, did the right thing. They have to play one-touch football just to quicken the tempo of the attacks, Hougang. Hui. Wants a free kick, Hui. Battle between him and Nishikawa. Oh, late challenge on Nazrul Nazari. Nishikawa with the stud showing as well. And he gets a yellow card. A battle down is near touchline. No foul there. First by Nishikawa on Hui. They won possession back and just lunged in. Yeah, you can't do that in modern football. The free kick will go the way of Hougang United. So a set-piece opportunity for the Cheetahs as Nazrul receives attention. A strange atmosphere with no one in the ground. Absolute silence. As Nikesh Singh prepares to take the free kick with his left foot. Shabil is picking up Tan. Nishikawa is picking up Anumantan. Jan Mota picking up Aplin. And delivery has to be spot on. Referee Farhad Mohammed just having a word with the players in the area that he won't tolerate any pulling of shirts or any tugging of shorts. Nikesh with the delivery, it's a decent one. Kenji punches it away. Anu will pick up the loose ball. And Raihan with the clearance. Afiq has come very, very deep. Here's Nazrul. Kwok. And Hafiz Sujat with some space down the left if they can find him. Afiq to Kwok. Nikesh making a run infield. Amarul reads the situation well. Suhairi out wide here to Farihin. That just will carry out too much on the pass. And quick throw by Hougang. Hafiz. Anu looking for options when he looks up. Plays a short pass here to Afiq. We've come down the right very often in this first half, Hougang United. Kwok. Anu. Hui. To Tan. Yeah, fist ball out, that's a good one on Nazrul. Does well to make the best of an awkward situation. Tanaka's clearance. Still in possession for Hougang. Nikesh to Afiq. Jan Mota stops that move, but at the expense of another Hougang United corner. As we go into the final 4 minutes of the half. Nikesh to deliver once again. Justin Hui just standing in front of Kenji. Kenji again punches away. Afiq Noor with the strike. Shabil's header, and it finds Luis Jr. who takes a knock in the process, and yellow card will be shown to Hafiz Sujat. Just stopping the counter perhaps there. Hafiz Sujat taking one for the team. Amirul to Farihin. Here's Tan. And Justin Hui was making the run forward. They're going to try and find Shaul Anwar instead. They've been the two main attacking players for Hougang United, Hui and Shaul. Farihin. The little step over. Afiq Noor drags him back, and perhaps another yellow card. Well, no card on this occasion. It is definitely a foul. Good work by Farihin. Look sharp. And the goal has certainly helped his confidence. Suhairi will trot over and take this free kick. Tanjong Pagar looking to take the lead for the second time in this match. Again, the big boys have gone up for the Jaguars. Just the one-man wall for Hougang and Justin Hui. Also, Suhairi will leave this for Tanaka. It'll change the angle a little bit. With a curled ball in. Looking for Farids. Cleared, and we'll find Afiq Noor, who will go long, straight to Suhairi. Tanaka. Closed down by Afiq. Suhairi would have been more of a driven ball into the area, whereas Tanaka a little bit more finesse in the cross. Farids to Junior. Remember, Luis Junior has scored in 3 straight SPL matches. Will he make it 4 today? Mota. Tanaka with plenty of space down the left. And Mota will waste the pass. as we approach half-time. Don't think there'll be too many minutes added on. Did have the water break, couple of injuries. Nothing too major. Kwok here. Just trying to start play from very, very deep as he has done for plenty of this match. Driven ball, good control by Nikesh. Nazrul. Nazrul and Hafiz have provided plenty of width for Hougang. 2 minutes of time to be added on. There's Hafiz Sujat against former Singapore teammate Faris Hamid. Aplin into the area, it's comfortable. You see what Shawal was up against, Yan Mota, Raihan dropping deep as well. Hougang do have the option of bringing on Shafiq Ghani. Muhaimin Suhaimi has plenty of pace as well. Dylan Martins, also an option. Nazrul. To Tan. Nikesh. Good shot passing by Hougang. Anu. To Afiq. With the switch to Nazrul, who will take on Tanaka. First time to Nikesh. Nazrul Nazari. Second penalty perhaps, they're asking for it. Shaul Anwar in possession. Hafiz Sujat goes for goal. Blast his shot wide. But a question mark with the referee about the penalty. Both Fidaus Kasim and Clementio having a word with the fourth official, Shakawi Buhari. Well, he's had to make a decision once in this match. Good play between Nazrul and Nikesh. Yan Mota did pull out, didn't he? I think perhaps the right decision in the end. The game has had its moments, not been end-to-end. It's a slow burner, shall we call it. Last opportunity perhaps for the half for Tanjong Pagar United. Shabil. To Luis Junior. Danger when he gets the ball. Good defending by Anders, and there will be the final action of the half. A goal for each side as the teams make their way into the dressing room. Farihin Farkan with a goal after 23 minutes after good setup play by first Shodai Nishikawa and then Luis Junior. Farihin with the easiest of finishes after 23 minutes. But just a minute later, from the kickoff almost, Hougang United won a penalty for themselves. And Shawal Anwar converted past Kenji Rushdi down the middle. And that's how it stayed until the break. Hougang United 1, Tanjong Pagar United 1. Welcome back to the Hougang Stadium. The halftime score between Hougang United and Tanjong Pagar United is 1-1, and the goals came in a short flurry of moments between the 23rd and 24th minute. That's where all the action came. It's been a pretty tight match. Hougang United with plenty of possession, and they had good chances at the very beginning. Shaul Anwar had 3 opportunities to open the scoring. He did it with his third opportunity. That one-on-one against Kenji Rushdie, should have been a little bit more clinical, but Tanjong Pagar United taking the lead through good work here by Shodai Nishikawa, somehow getting past Lionel Tan. Luis Junior with the assist, will take it as an assist from the Brazilian. Farihin Farkan with the first goal of the season. Hougang United did equalize through a penalty by Shaul Anwar just a minute later. Here are the stats: 8 shots to 1 for Hougang United, 4 on target. Tanjong Pagar United's 1. One shot on target, 1 goal. Can't get better than that for Tanjong Pagar United. 3 corners for Hougang United to Tanjong Pagar United's 2. No offsides and 2 yellow cards. Each team hasn't really been a physical or feisty encounter, but just clumsy challenges, especially this late in the season with tired legs and tired minds. Well, there is another game going on today from the Bishan Stadium between Balestier Khalsa and Geylang International, and no goals there between the Tigers and the Eagles. Both teams, along with Hougang United, looking for the AFC Cup qualification. Tomorrow, 2 games, and it is Super Sunday in the AIA Singapore Premier League. Young Lions up against the Lion City Sailors from Jurong West Stadium, but the big one, also in Jurong, in the east of Jurong, Albrechts Niigata, top of the table against Tampines Rovers, second. And, well, victory for the White Swans will more or less deliver them the title for the 2020 season, their 4th title in Singapore football. Or can Tampines Rovers cause an upset? And without Jordan Webb in that side, Albrechts Niigata in a good run of form, you do feel Albrechts come into this as favourites. That is tomorrow, 5:30 p.m. kickoff local time here in Singapore. But our focus is on Hougang Stadium between Hougang United and Tanjong Pagar United today, and it's 1-1 at the break. just awaiting the arrivals of both teams out for the second half here at Hougang Stadium between Hougang United and Tanjong Pagar United. And as it stands for Tanjong Pagar United, a draw here will see them move up to 6 points level with the Young Lions, a point that will be enough for them to leapfrog Young Lions, with the Jaguars having a better goal difference than the Young Lions. So a point here, not the worst result in the world, and we'll keep that unbeaten run going, of course, as well for Hasrin Jailani and his Tanjong Pagar United side. For Hougang United, a point as it stands will be a point that will stop the rot. 3 defeats in a row for them, but yeah, more or less cancels their hopes of AFC Cup qualification next season. Still 0-0 at Bishan between Balestier Khalsa and Geylang International, and as it stands, Geylang on 17, Balestier on 14, Hougang on 13, with 2 matches remaining if the results stand as is. So the best hope for Hougang to qualify is victory here and perhaps a draw between Balestier and Geylang, and then they will feel in their matches against Balestier Khalsa on Wednesday, they can really cause some damage. And against Albrechts Niigata on the final day of the season, will it already be an Albrechts Niigata who have the SPL crown and perhaps playing a weakened side? There's plenty of permutations for Hougang United and for the rest of the league. As mentioned at kickoff, still no decision yet on who will win the title, who will qualify for the AFC Champions League group stage and the 2 AFC Cup spots. Here are the stats from the first half. Hougang United with 8 shots to Tanjong Pagar United's 1. 4 on target, 1 on target for Tanjong Pagar United. And that 1 shot led to a goal. So 100% rate for Tanjong Pagar. 3 corners to 2 for Hougang. And 4 yellow cards in total in this match. The 2 teams, you can see the substitutes warming up, and Zulkifli Hashim without a bib on, and that perhaps gives an indication that he might come on in the second half for Tanjong Pagar United. In the options from the bench for the Cheetahs, they have Daniel Ong in goal, Maksat Jaki Baliev, Shafiq Ghani, Faiz Saleh, Muhaimin Suhaimi, Daniel Martins and Emerick Ong. So from an attacking point of view, if they do need the 3 points, they can bring on the likes of Shafiq, Singapore International, Muhaimin or Daniel Martins. Tanjong Pagar United, well, they have Hadi Putradila, Surya Prakash and Zulkifli Hashim. Just a reminder that both teams can make up to 5 substitutions in the match. There's a new amendments to the laws of the game for the rest of the 2020 season that has seen games come thick and fast as we see out the season. And just glad and great work by everyone involved in Singapore football and for the authorities to approve the return to sport for the SPL. And we're just a week away from crowning a new AIA Singapore Premier League champion. Will it be Albrechts Niigata, their 4th title? Or will we see a local side win it for the first time since 2014? Warriors FC, the last local side to win the SPL. In 2015 was Brunei DPMM, 2016, 2017, 2018, Albrechts Niigata, 2019, last season, Brunei DPMM. And what will 2020 bring for the title? We see the officials. Fahad Mohammed, who had 2 penalty calls to deal with, gave 1, didn't give the other. You have to say, on the replay, both the right decisions. So kudos to Farhad. And good work by Hilmi Fuad as well, who resisted the temptation to lift his flag. And Farihin scored at the far post. To the naked eye, it did look perhaps that he was in an offside position, but replays clearly showed he was onside. So good officiating all around. I suppose you have to say that the match hasn't been played at a million miles an hour. It's been measured, it's been controlled. And both teams having to deal with plenty of games in a short space of time. And we have seen the tempo of the game in second halves take a little bit of a dip because of the amount of games that these players have had to play. And Surya Prakash is getting some final instructions from Noor Alam Shah, and he is about to come on for Tanjong Pagar United. So change for the Jaguars. Surya, just have to see who he will come on for. Yes, referee, the fourth official, Shakawi Buhari, shows the board, and it is the goal scorer, Farihin Farkan. First goal of the season, gets taken off at halftime, and Surya Prakash comes on. More experience, of course. Surya last season with Warriors FC. A little bit more direct in his play as well. So it's very defensive from Tanjong Pagar United in the first half. They have the tendency to open up in the second half and just keep themselves in the game as long as they can. Hougang United have not made a change. Thumbs up from Noor Alam Shah. What a bench that is. Noor Alam Shah, Hasrin Jalani, Hafiz Osman. All notable names. Rizal Rahman. All right, here we go for the second half. Luis Jr. to kick things off for Tanjong Pagar United, who will attack from left to right. Hougang United in the blue strip. Sun has started to set here in Singapore. 6:34 p.m. local time at the moment. Yan Mota being closed down. And taking too long. And perhaps his body's out here. The mind's still in the changing room as Justin Hui almost pinches it away from the Brazilian. Kenji with a good kick. All the way through to Hafiz Sujat. Right hand with the layoff. Suhairi. Farid's under pressure from Nikesh. Shabil, long ball looking for Prakash. Hafiz with the header. Amirul. It's a loose pass. And we'll find Afiq Noor. Afiq, measured pass looking for Hui. Yan Mota defending against him. Here's Justin Hui. Looking to get it onto his right foot, but good defending in the end. Tanaka. Well, it's not really the ball that Luis Jr. wants. He wants it to the feet. Ridwan out to Anu. Anu under pressure from Suhairi. Both players former Home United, so they'll know a little thing about each other. Aplin. Nikesh just coming down to the left to provide an option, opening up the play. Tan to Anu, who can turn. Go short here to Hui, who's dropped deep. Kwok. Tan. And we've seen this in the first half. Plenty of possession for Hougang. That's a good ball to Hafiz Sujat. Flag is up on Hafiz. Gets a shot away anyway. Doesn't find the target. A good line by Tanjong Pagar. He's played a very advanced position, Hafiz, in this match. And himself and Nazrul at left back and right back went in attack, taking up positions almost as wingers. It's Kenji. The obvious target will be Luis Jr. Goes down the right looking for Farid. Hafiz with perhaps a clear push on Surya. Not according to the referee. They won the foul. play is on. Kenji has come a long way, does well. That's good goalkeeping, read the situation well. Almost acted as a sweeper in that situation for Tanjong Pagar. And can't play in the end by Tanjong Pagar United's number 23. Kwok and Anu have seen plenty of the ball. We have a goal update from the Bishan Stadium. And it's going to make the AFC Cup qualification very, very interesting if it stays this way. Balestier Khalsa have gone 1-0 up against Geylang International. Christian Krajcek with the goal. And that goal means both Geylang and Balestier are level on points. Nazrul. Here's Junior. Tanaka, good ball in, looking for Prakash. Oh, touched on by Ridwan. Let's get good football by Tanjong Pagar United. Again, looking to go through the wings. And Tanaka with the cross, half dealt with by Ridwan. Good hold-up play by Luis. And just cleared away by Aplin. Cross comes in. Amirul, Tanaka. Nishikawa providing an option, still with Tanaka. Cross blocked. Amirul can deliver it into the danger zone. Surya Prakash with the turn and the strike. Off target, cause for concern for Ridwan Barudin, but much better from Tanjong Pagar. Good skill to get away from Lionel Tan with the strike on his left foot. Perhaps not his favorite foot. Much brighter from Tanjong Pagar United. So 1-0 at Bishan between Balestier and Geylang. And if Hougang get the win here, then just 1 point will separate 4th, 5th, and 6th. Curious decisions being questioned by the Tanjong Pagar United camp. Hougang get possession. Aplin. Ball out wide here to Hafiz Sujad. Fair challenge. Faris gets away from one, gets away from two. Just nicked away there by Aplin. Here's Kwok. Some real estate in front of him. Fabian Kwok. Nazrul. Deep ball into the area. Look at the space here for Justin Hui. Justin out to Afiq Noor. Still with Afiq Noor. Ball into the area. Aplin puts Hougang United in the lead. They were 1-0 down. They're 2-1 up. And Anders Aplin with the goal. His second for the season. And something for the Hougang Hools to cheer about outside the stadium. Good setup play from Hui, and here Afiq Noor didn't panic, put the ball into the area, and that's a good header. He needed to stretch, use all his neck muscles to direct that back on target from a standing position almost for Anders Aplin. Question marks of handball in the build-up from Afiq Noor, but no doubting the header from Aplin, and Hougang 2-1 up. And this will force Tanjong Pagar United to come out from their shell. And ironically, Tanjong Pagar United having the best spell in the match. And Hougang United go up the other end of the pitch and make it 2-1. And they try to respawn here once again. Surya Prakash, good challenge. And as Aplin, effective on one end of the pitch and as well on the other. Surya Prakash has really exploded into life since his introduction. But Enes Aplin with a crucial block. Nishikawa, Tanaka. Decent ball in. Aplin there once again. Amirul's ball out to Farid's flag is up for offside in the initial phase of play. Ridwan will need to get rid as Luis Jr. puts the press on. Justin Hui. Nikesh. Hui will turn. It took too long to release the ball. Hafiz Suja was asking for it down the left. Shabil back to Kenji. Big header by Aplin over Luis Jr. Shabil to Farid. Does well to get away from Nikesh. Anu deals with the situation. Surya. It's good skill to skip past Hafiz Suja. Surya Prakash tries to find Luis Jr. Nikesh in possession. Hafiz provides the support to Fabian Kwok, who's come out to the left. Hafiz. Good possession here by Hougang. Fabian under possession by, under pressure by Suhairi. He will get the throw. Well, first given to Hougang. Change of the referee's mind goes to Tanjong Pagar. Mota. First time ball out to Tanaka. Nishikawa providing an option. Tanaka brings it infield to Amirul. Suhairi to Raihan. Shabil. Can't lose it there, Shabil. Goes all the way back to Kenji. Surya hits the deck after the challenge from Hafiz, and that will be a free kick to Tanjong Pagar. Perhaps I'm missing the experience at the back of their Winder Singh, who misses this game through injury. And with games running out in the season, will be a battle for time for him to return to the side. Of course, the big one for them is the last day of the season against Young Lions, and what looks to be the battle to avoid last place finish. Good ball in by Suhairi. And Luis Jr. got a header on it. Plenty of pace into the area, and Luis Jr. haven't seen much of him. 5 goals for the season. 3 games in a row he scored, but it's been kept quiet. And Hougang United playing out from the back rather comfortably. Aplin outside of the foot, looking for Hafiz. And big shot of keeper by Ridwan. Nikesh under pressure. Quite clearly been told there by Clementio, don't lose the ball. And he doesn't. He wins the free kick. Perhaps news has filtered through to Clementio. Off the score at Bishan. And this puts them right back in it. It looks like that AFC Cup spot might go down all the way to the final day. Things remain the same. Here's Kwok. Still with Fabian Kwok. Well, gets a yellow card. This seemed he got the ball and created a pass and was the follow-through. It caught Jan Mota in the process. Well, both players going for the ball. Well, he did play the pass, didn't he, Fabian Kwok? I'm not sure how that merits a yellow card. Football is a contact sport. You do expect challenges, and incredibly, Fabian gets a yellow card. Well, we see Fabian Kwok with confirmation of his yellow card. Another goal update from the Bishan Stadium. And Balestier Khalsa have doubled their lead. Hazwan Halim with the goal. Balestier Khalsa 2, Geylang International 0. So it's really interesting there in the race for the final AFC Cup spot. Direct entry to the group stage. And the glitz and glamour of playing in the continental stage. The financial implications big as well. And so is the possibility of attracting bigger name players in the process. So all important to get that AFC Cup spot. Here's Tanaka. Still Tanaka. And taking on Nazrul. Amirul, will he go from distance? Clips it far post to Farid. A little step over Farid Hamid. Nishikawa. Cleared by Fabian Kwok. Still with Farid Hamid. Cross blocked by Nikesh. Well, Clementino did say in the previous match that if Hougang don't finish in the same position as they did last season or better it, then it would be considered a failure. Well, 4th place and AFC Cup football wouldn't be so bad for the club, especially with players injured, with Mitchell and Anderson not playing the final few matches as well. It'll be a huge result for them to finish in 4th position, which does look to be the final AFC Cup qualification spot. Corner coming in from Tanaka. Near post, headed away by Fabian Kwok. Suhairi under pressure by 2 Hougang players. Shawal picks his pocket, and here's the pace of Shawal Anwar. Look at him speed away. Shawal Anwar waiting for support. Justin was helping out. He's gone all the way back to Nazrul. Shawal making a run into the area. Kwok out wide to Anu. Has time to get a cross in. Fabian Kwok providing the option. Nikesh. Will he go for goal? Nikesh saying saved by Kenji Rushdi. Plenty of time for Nikesh to line up the strike. Was comfortable enough for Kenji Rushdi. But the impetus of the counter was lost. There was Nikesh. Plenty of time on the ball from range. But a save that Kenji was expected to make. Nishikawa. Louis Jr. with the back flick to Nishikawa in the area. Shodai Nishikawa somehow doesn't convert, doesn't find the target. Big chance missed for Tanjong Pagar United. I was saying it might have come off Ridwan. We'll have a better look on the replay. But Louis Jr. with an exquisite back flick to find Nishikawa. And from that position, you have to find the back of the net. He scored in the last match against Balestier Khalsa. Probably should have scored here. Tanaka will take the corner. It's a good angle this. Goes far post, still in play. overcooked all the way through to Jan Mota, who picked this up on the left wing. Shabil loses out, and now they can counter Hougang. To Nazrul. Justin Hui with space. Raihan needs to get it and does. Oh, important interception. They didn't make it count. Important interception by Raihan. Otherwise, Justin Hui would have been true on goal. Nikesh. There's still life in Tanjong Pagar United, especially with Luis Jr. on the pitch. With his magic feats, here is Luis Jr. Goes for goal from range. And somehow, that has found the back of the net. Ridwan Barudin has made an absolute mess of that one. And Tanjong Pagar United have leveled things up. Well, not for the first time this season. The Hougang United goalkeeping department letting their side down. Surya Prakash will claim the goal. And it was a nothing effort here from Luis Jr. The easiest of saves, perhaps. Will it go down as an own goal? Did Surya Prakash get a touch before it crossed the line? We'll have to have a closer look at that, but it will go down as a Surya Prakash goal. Could possibly go down as an own goal, or possibly go down as a Luis Jr. goal. We'll leave that up to the dubious goals committee to pick the bones out of that one. That's the last thing Clementio would have wanted. Ridwan Barudin has been reliable for them this season, but he won't want to look back at that. Yeah, here's a strike from Luis Jr. And it was just too casual, wasn't it? And in fact, he could just have let that roll out of play. Oh, unbelievable what's happened here. Aplin, Nikesh, Afiq onside. Good challenge by Shabil. The goal will be credited to Surya Prakash, by the way, who came on for the goal scorer, Farihin, and he himself, the substitute, gets on the score sheet. Again, the easiest of finishes. Both Tanjong Pagar United goals won't win goal of the season, that's for sure, but important nonetheless. Afiq to take the corner. Goes far post. Kenji with the big palm away. Nikesh will pick it up. Body's on the ground still. Dangerous ball, foot in. Farid's important header away. Afiq. Well, his pass goes all the way to Luis Jr. Nice flick out to Farid with the big switch, or at least tries to. Ridwan comes out. And calmly plays it back to Anu, who plays it to Hafiz Sujat. Nikesh. Hougang look to respond with a change. Tan. Anu. Afiq. Well, how costly will that mistake be for Hougang United in the context of AFC Cup qualification? Anu. Hafiz makes the run. Hafiz Sujat is offside, flag is up. Good idea, making the run from out to in. And Hougang will respond with a double change. Shafiq Ghani and Faiz Saleh coming on. And Nikesh will make way for Faiz. And Justin Hui will come off for Shafiq Ghani. Well, set up perfectly now for the last 22 minutes. We will have a water break at the 70-minute mark. Right hand with a switch of play to Tanaka. Good control. Swings the ball in, looking for Surya Prakash. Centers it to Nishikawa with the header. Up and under by Aplin. Farid to the header. Aplin again denies shot on target. Nishikawa, Farid's. Nishikawa taking on Hafiz. Does well, Nishikawa. Oh, likes the battle to take on two players, doesn't he? Not fazed by the pressure on him, and wins the free kick. A chance for Tanjong Pagar United to take the lead. And has been the case throughout the match. Tanaka will take charge of the set-piece situations. Two-man wall in Afiq and Hafiz. How is Ridwan Barudin's nerves at the moment after that era? Part zonal, part man marking. Deep ball into the area. Big climb at the back post. It falls for Hougang United to go on the counter with Shawal. Still with Shawal. There's a Tanjong Pagar United player down injured. Afiq. Well, they're asking to put the ball out of play. Surely not. As Tanaka puts it out of play, and Ridwan helping out the injured party. Still play carries on here. Hafiz. That's Jan Mota. So a big gap in the Tanjong Pagar United defense at the moment. That's being plugged by Raihan. Nazrul. Faiz. Try to play their way through. Nazrul. Jan Mota is back on his feet, trotting back. Anu. With the switch. And Nazrul will keep this in. Still with Nazrul. Taking on Surya. Nazrul gets the cross in. It's a good one to Shawal. And somehow he doesn't find the target. Great work by Nazrul Nazari. That's good wing play from the Singapore international. Floated ball into the area. And Shawal Anwar, once he got the header, you would have expected the net to bulge. Oh, this game can go anyway as we head into the second water break. I do feel Hougang United have the quality on the pitch to get a third, but so do Tanjong Pagar. Yeah, here's the replay. The cross comes in. And Shawal Anwar got the header ahead of Shabil. And probably should have found a target. So the team's just taking on a little bit of liquid. Score still 2-0 at Bishan between Balestier and Geylang International. This result will be a big blow for Hougang in their hopes of AFC Cup football. As it stands, Balestier on 16, Geylang on 16, Hougang on 13. With 2 rounds remaining after today. Still time for a winner. And who will be fitter here? Which team will push forward and take the risk? Anu Manthan just getting new shin pads on. Or was he wearing any in the first place? We'll restart play here. Just poised perfectly as we enter the final 16 minutes. Both sides will feel they can win this one. Farids to Nishikawa. Has a second chance to get the ball in. Goes to the far post. Kwok with the header. Tanaka keeps possession. Still with Tanaka. Switch of play. Touched on by Afiq Noor. Throw in to Tanjong Pagar. Farids. Oh, sharp in the tackles. I know. He's done well in his first start since recovering from injury. He's a fit player naturally, but still have to keep a close eye on him. How much he has left in the tank. His grueling schedule. Farids. Good ball in. Farids Hamid. And what a save. Ridwan Barudan has made up for his error with a top-class save, denying Surya Prakash from point-blank range. Well, he will take blame for the goal, but he's just made up for it right there. Excellent ball in by Farids into that corridor of uncertainty. But he has to finish Surya, and he'll be disappointed he didn't. Any side, pick a side, left or right, off Ridwan. And Tanjong Pagar would be 15 minutes away from their first win of the season. They still could take advantage here. Tanaka to Suairi, back to Tanaka. Deep ball, looking for Shabil, headed away by Tan. Nishikawa knocks it against Shabil. And handball. Oh, fantastic save. Ridwan has put aside that error. Has kept his side in this for a top-class save. Here's Kwok to Tan. Tan finds the feet of Shafiq. Tan, Kwok. Faiz. He's come around to his left side. Still Faiz Saleh. Just tried to squeeze a pass through to Anu. Doesn't come off. Nishikawa. Farids. Tan's cushion header only goes as far as Nishikawa, who keeps his footing. It's very loose turf here at Hougang Stadium. Surya flicks it back here to Tanaka, up against Nazrul. Tanaka onto his left foot to Nishikawa. Good save once again from Ridwan Barudan. Is that Tanaka-Nishikawa combination that's cutting through Hougang United at the moment. Anu. And here is the replay of that. Good cut back. And Nishikawa on his left foot onto the near post. Ridwan with another good save. We're back on level terms, so that means a point here would be enough for Tanjong Pagar to move themselves off the bottom of the table. Young Lions taking on Lions City Sailors tomorrow at Jurong West. It's all about Jurong tomorrow, isn't it? Jurong West and Jurong East. As we shift our focus to the title race. Today it's about the teams and mid-table trying to push for AFC Cup qualification. Mohaimin getting ready to come on for the Cheetahs. As Nazrul knocks that one off Surya Prakash. And the goal has officially been given to Surya Prakash. Shafiq will claim the foul after being bowled over there by Jan Mota. Free kick taken quickly by Nazrul. Aplin with a big switch looking for Faiz. Too big of a switch over the head of Faiz Saleh. Muhaimin with plenty of pace against a tiring Tanjong Pagar United side. Might be a good substitution by Clementio. Shawal wins the ball back to Anu. Here's Kwok. Under pressure from Amirul. They win it back here, Tanjong Pagar United. Just lose possession. Afiq. They've lost the shape a little bit here, Tanjong Pagar. Faiz onto his right foot. Shafiq shanks his strike. It did bobble right in front of him as he took the shot away. And victim to the Hougang Stadium pitch, Shafiq Ghani. Luis tried to turn Anders. It's Tan. Ridwan's ball out. Picked up here by Farid. Can't play by Anders. Hafiz. And here's the change for Hougang. Muhaimin will replace Anu Mantan. We did ask if he did have enough in the tank to last 90 minutes. Well, he's lasted 80. Ridwan will collect. A quick release here to Afiq. Poor first touch by Muhaimin, but wins it back. And they're on the counter here. 4v3. Cross comes in. Shafiq Ghani. Faiz Saleh had time to take a touch. Still in play. Well, tried to be kept in play by Nazrul, but Faiz had more time than he thought. Could have taken a touch to set himself for a left foot strike. An injection of pace there by Muhaimin. Does seem that Nazrul has been pushed forward in a more attacking role. Muhaimin at right back. Less than 10 minutes to go. Fabian's header. Farid wins it against Faiz. Right hand, left-footed ball out to Farid. Good control, good cross in. I'll try that for a second time. Farid has got more involved as the half has worn on. Farid Hamid from right back. Just a little bit more adventurous as the game has opened up. Quick throw to Nishikawa. They've fallen asleep, Hougang. Ball into the area, looking for Luis Jr. Headed away by Muhaimin. And Kwok will complete the clearance as Faiz. Suhairi thought of having a goal. He will have a goal. Takes a deflection off the bar. Well, how lucky are they? Suhairi's got a spectacular goal. His only one this season. And almost got another. And now Hougang go on the other end. And Shafiq just crowded out between Shabil and Raihan. Suhairi. It's a good ping out to Tanaka. 3 players in the area for him to hit. Cleared by Lionel Tan. Faiz under pressure, does well to escape Nishikawa. Still with Faiz Saleh. Needs help. And we'll go back here to Hafiz Sujad. Ridwan to Tan. Muhaimin. Kwok. Nazrul's unmarked. Still with Nazrul's come in field. Still with Nazrul. Looking for support. We'll find it in Hafiz Sujad. 3 players to aim for Hafiz. Decent ball in ahead of Mota. Shafiq will race to keep this in and does. Possession still with Hougang. Cross comes in, looking for Faiz. On Nazrul with cramp. And Luis Jr. will do the sporting thing and kick it out. And both teams will just get some liquids on board. Kenji Rushdi also down, needs treatment. Doesn't look good for Nazrul. At first it did look like cramp. Just like overextended himself. Here's the effort by Suhairi. Took a massive deflection off Aplin and almost redirected itself into the back of the net, if not for the crossbar. Yeah, just having a closer look at Nazrul. And Thomas Pang, the sports trainer, will give the signal. He's been one of the better performers for Hougang United in the match. They might make a change. He'll struggle on here, Nazrul. And Zaki Baliev is preparing to come on for another substitute appearance. Faiz will just throw this back. Nazrul has given a signal that he's okay to continue. 5.5 minutes to go. They won't make the change yet. He will have to come off the pitch first before re-entering. And Shafiq will play it back to Kenji, who's okay as well. Zaki Baliev will look to come on irregardless, whether it's for Nazrul or for someone else to be confirmed. Luis Jr. tries to set up Nishikawa. Clearance by Hafiz. Mohaimin has a touch on it. Amirul. Tanaka. Yes, Surya Prakash. Junior and Nishikawa in the area. Looks for Luis Jr. with a spectacular. Oh, if that had come off, we have seen something absolutely special. It didn't. And so Shafiq Ghani will set Hougang United forward. Faiz gets past Farid and Shabil and finds Nazrul in the area. Nazrul goes down and penalty to Hougang United. Nazrul brought down after great work in the build-up. And will require attention as well. But Fahad Mohammed pointing to the spot for Hougang United for the second time in this match. Ends up being a penalty, but what about the build-up play? Absolutely brilliant. Yeah, Faiz well involved in that one, and did Raihan just stick out a foot? He says no as soon as he made the challenge. And that might be the final piece of action for Nazrul Nazari, but perhaps the most important piece of action in the game for the Singapore international. It'll be so cruel on Tanjong Pagar, who've given as good as they've got, but to breathe life back into their hopes of qualifying for the AFC Cup. Shawal has already scored from the spot. It does seem that Shafiq Ghani is the designated penalty taker, and he is in control of this situation. And Shafiq has not scored this season. So an opportunity to score his first for the season, to put Hougang United 3-2 up. And on the way to perhaps 3 important points to breathe life back into their AFC Cup qualification hopes. Shafiq up against Kenji. Left-footed strike coming up. He's already been beaten once, and he's beaten twice. And Shafiq, with a quality penalty, sends it past Kenji. And Hougang are 3-2 up. Nerves of steel, absolute brilliance from Shafiq. There's a replay of that. It chose the right way as well, Kenji, but just too much power behind it. And the Cheetahs 3-2 up. Yes, they look to end the rod of 3 consecutive defeats with victory here. They will put them just a point behind Balestier and Geylang for that all-important 4th spot. Well, we've seen Tanjong Pagar United respond. Will we see more drama yet? A minute to go plus injury time. Maksat Zaki Baliev has come on for Nazrul. Suhairi to deliver. Decent ball in, looking for Yan Mota. Tanaka's header, cleared by Tan. And Raihan and Shabil try to deal with the situation. Yeah, Shawal does well to win it back. Still with Shawal Anwar. It's fantastic play. Shawal Anwar to wrap it up for Hougang. Where's he going, Shawal? Still with Shawal. He gets the strike away, gets the corner, but could have got so much more. Well, just didn't really trust his left foot in that situation, Shawal Anwar. But brilliant to set the space after winning possession back. Just a touch of cramp there for the Singapore International. But got past Raihan. The pace to get past Shabil. And then Zuhairi. And then finish here, no. Yan Mota closing him down. Short corner taken to Afiq. Shafiq Ghani into 4 minutes of time to be added on. Shafiq, corner flag time. Corner flag time, and he does well to retain possession. Surya goes down under the challenge. Oh, this could end up being an important win. Maybe breathe life back into Hougang United's season. They have 3 minutes to hang on. Tanaka taking an age to set this pass forward. It's headed away by Hafiz. Some tired legs out there from Tanjong Pagar United. Shafiq just smashing that against Nishikawa. And wins the throw for Hougang United. Yan Mota has gone up for Tanjong Pagar, and he will stay there for the rest of the match. Hafiz to Shafiq. Farid with the throw, looking for Luis Junior. They need him now more than ever. Aplin, anywhere will do. Farid, who needs support, tries to play Luis Junior here, who will win the corner for Tanjong Pagar United. Well, not long to go. They need to make it count. And they need excellent delivery here from Takahiro Tanaka. Well, they haven't sent the goalkeeper up, but at this point, should send everybody up. Tanaka to deliver. Delivery has to be spot on. It's decent. It's headed away by Tan. Raihan will pick up the loose ball. Back into the mixer. Tan with the clearance. And here's a chance for Shawal. With the pace to escape Raihan. Shawal Anwar to wrap it up for Hougang United. Saved. And not converted. They live Another day, Tanjong Pagar United. 60 seconds to go. And Shawal with plenty of opportunities in this match. Not too much on that ball. Shawal has had a couple of one-on-ones that he hasn't converted. Farid. Still time. Zuhairi. They try to squeeze their way through. Shafiq. Just keep the ball at the moment for Hougang. That's the message. Faiz. Kwok. Mohaimin. Faiz. Oh, they've lost possession to Mota. Prakash. Seconds to go. Surya Prakash. And that's it. A 5-goal thriller here at Hougang Stadium ends in the favor of Hougang United, who edged this by 3-2 drama. As the Cheetahs breathe life back into their AFC Cup qualification hopes. A big result for Clementio and his boys. And Farihin gave Tanjong Pagar United the lead. Shawal Anwar from the spot leveled things up. 1-1 at the break. And Hougang took the lead through Anders Aplin and an expert header. But Surya Prakash was Johnny on the spot after an error from Ridwan Barudin. Provided him the easiest of finishes. But Shafiq Ghani from the penalty spot after Nazrul Nazari was brought down in the penalty area. Ensures the Cheetahs get the all-important 3 points after 3 matches with defeats. And now just a point behind 4th place. There's Balestier and Geylang on 16 points, Hougang on 15. Full time at Hougang Stadium, Hougang United 3, Tanjong Pagar United 2. And heartbreak for Tanjong Pagar United, who were good value in this match, and having given so much to this match, will be disappointed not to come away with at least a point, even perhaps all 3. Especially after having taken the lead through Farihin and holding on to that lead for just 1 minute. Shawal Anwar with several one-on-one chances. This was the first one up against Kenji Rushdi. Couldn't find the back of the net. And perhaps would regret not going the other side of Kenji. And Tanjong Pagar United would take the lead through Farihin after good work from Nishikawa, who bundles his way through Nazrul and Lionel Tan. Sets up Louis Junior to the far post. He'll take the assist. Farihin Farkan will take the goal, his first for the season. And Tanjong Pagar United 1-0 up after 23 minutes. But that lead wouldn't last long at all. As we have a look at Nishikawa, expert play. There was a shot from Luis Junior onside Farihin Farhan with the goal. The easiest of finishes, but it all counts. But they would get a penalty here. And through a handball, they are saying, from Jan Mota to deny Afiq Noor. And this was just seconds from the restart after the goal. And Jan Mota will get the yellow card. And a penalty would be given to Hougang United. And Shawal Anwar would step up and convert down the middle as Kenji Rushdi committed to his left. And the Cheetahs leveling it just a minute after going 1-0 down. It'll be 1-1 at the break. And Shawal would have further opportunities in the first half. There's a good pass by Emma Numanted, who had a solid game in midfield. Shawal Anwar just not converting. Into the second half. And Afiq Noor will set up Anders Aplin with a header. Not the easiest of headers. He needed to stretch. There wasn't any backlift from the cross. But they would respond, Tanjong Pagar. And here's the craziest of goals we'll see. I still do believe the ball did cross the line before Surya Prakash put final touches to that. But Tanjong Pagar United will not get the point that will see them move up over Young Lions. Shafiq Ghani will convert from the spots after Nazrul Nazari was brought down in the area. Have a look at the stats, and it was a good game of football, and the stats would prove that 16 shots for Hougang, 10 for Tanjong Pagar United, 8 on target for Hougang, 7 for Tanjong Pagar United. Quite even on corners, 5 to Hougang, 6 to Tanjong Pagar United. And yellow cards, 3 to Hougang, 2 for Tanjong Pagar United. And that would be the full-time score as well, as the Cheetahs come away with the 3-2 victory. the result from the other match at Bishan. Balestier Khalsa 2, Geylang International 0. And that makes the table very, very interesting indeed. So the league table here, look at that. 4th place will see AFC Cup qualification to the group stage. Balestier Khalsa on 16, Geylang International with the defeat today, still on 16. Hougang on 15. It's tight with 2 rounds to go. It's anybody's game, and the next matchup for Hougang United will be a match against Balestier Khalsa. Look out for that one on Wednesday. But don't look at Wednesday yet, because Super Duper Sunday is coming up in the AIA Singapore Premier League, and we turn our attention to the title race. The Young Lions take on Lion City Sailors at Jurong West Stadium. The Sailors need victory and need favours, and they need a draw in this one. But Albrechts Niigata and Tampines Rovers have other ideas. This is the biggest game of the season so far. 5:30 p.m. local time kickoff at Jurong East Stadium. First versus second, and if Albrechts Niigata get victory here, it's all but over, bar the shouting for the White Swans. Look forward to that one. Join us again tomorrow. Final score here, confirmation, it's Hougang United 3, Tanjong Pagar United 2.